Hello, I'm Dr. David Hawkins, and I am a licensed clinical psychologist. I'm the director of the Marriage Recovery Center just outside of Seattle, Washington. And I have developed a specialty in working with character issues, narcissistic abuse, emotional abuse. And quite frankly, I come to you a bit discouraged today because emotional abuse is so rampant and so misunderstood. So many people think of emotional abuse as hitting or slamming doors, screaming, and certainly it is all of those things. But there's something called covert emotional abuse that I want to teach you about. And I think that's the only way out of this horrific problem that we face, and that is honesty. There's a scripture verse that says the truth will set you free. It really ought to say the truth will set you free after it hurts you like crazy first, because the truth hurts. It does hurt. But we are not willing to face the truth about covert emotional abuse. Now, what do I mean by covert emotional abuse? Can you imagine this? Can you imagine the mate who withdraws and pouts when they don't get their way, when they don't get what they want? Now that sounds innocuous enough, right? That's benign. What harm can happen with someone who withdraws and pouts and withholds love from you? What harm can that cause? I want to tell you, it can cause horrendous harm, terrific harm, done again and again and again, like Chinese water torture, like a dripping tap, just boom, 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 boom. It hurts. Now, tragically, pouting, withdrawing, stonewalling, that's not the end of it. Those behaviors usually are linked to other troublesome behaviors. A mate who is irritable, a mate who is angry, who blames. When you go to them and you bring a concern to them and you're met by defensiveness, you're met by counterattack. You're taught very, very quickly, don't go to that mate. Don't go to them. They don't really have your back. They are not really there to protect you. They're there to protect themselves. You are alone. And that is tragic. And so you learn very quickly, I've got to keep all this stuff inside. I don't even know if I'll talk to anybody about this. I might be kind of crazy. He or she says it's all about me, that I'm the problem. Maybe I am the problem. And this stuff spins in your mind and you start to lose focus, you lose clarity. So you wonder, and then as you wonder and as you spin, then it's often a man who is the emotional abuser. Women certainly are capable of that as well. So I'm going to use those genders in this situation. So the man who then flips it back on you, who says, well, you do that too, and counter blames and scapegoats you, talks badly to others about you, or doesn't protect you from harm from other people, goes to the pastor and talks about you, throws you under the bus. There are all these kinds of behaviors, being critical, being judgmental, discounting your personal feelings and your opinions, saying to you, in fact, they're the victim, not you, they are the victim. And your head spins. What is the answer? The answer is to get clear. Get clear. And tragically, I am sorry about this. There's not many places for you to get clear. There's not many places where you can go and understand what's happening. There's not many people. There's not very many trained clinicians, not very many trained pastors who will sit with you and understand this is abuse. It is abuse. It is a problem. And it must end. It must be changed. There are not many people. And I ask you to join me in becoming informed. I ask you to join me in going to society, going to churches, going to friends, going to people who will support us and understand this problem and will end it. This problem will not end without intervention. Intervention is the key. So understanding, clarity, naming it as abuse. Oh, I know your mate doesn't want to call it abuse. Your mate doesn't want to use that abuse word it's so loaded. Nobody wants to use it. It's okay to use it. It's abuse. It is. It's abusive. So I don't want you to be double abused, meaning that you're first abused by the action, by the stonewalling, by the blaming, and then you're abused when you complain and you say this must end, and you're told, no, you're wrong, you're bad. And so you end up with this double abuse, and the problem just gets more and more severe and more tragic. So again, okay, I know this has been a very sobering video. Let's join together and let's work at ending this problem. Let's name it. Let's identify it. The truth will set you free. The old adage, sticks and stones may hurt your bones, but words will never hurt you, is certainly, in fact, crazy. Words do hurt. They hurt tragically. But we're going to work our way out of this. We're going to get clear. I'm going to support you. And there are many good books out there. I hope you're finding them. Lundy Bancroft has written a good book. I've written a book on the topic of crazy making. And there are many other really good resources out there if you look for them. Let's join together. So if you want more information on this topic of covert emotional abuse, please email me at drdavid@marriagerecoverycenter.com. Dr. David, marriagerecoverycenter.com. Go to my website, marriagerecoverycenter.com. I join with you in getting healthy and ending covert emotional abuse. All right, God bless.